LSK president just because she accepted to sit in that panel?
Thank you very much. I have tremendous respect for Faith, our president, in the Law Society. But I don't think the criticism has been unfair in the least. And what I didn't like personally was the media council's trajectory. Going on to say that, there are all these media reports social media reports about her appointment. Taking up the appointment was attacked by the Kenyan people. So let's respect that space, the digital space to express an opinion which in itself is not injurious to a person's character. That should be allowed. However, ordinarily, when opportunities arise for members of the Law Society or even the Law Society to take up, like in the boards or appointments that the government has, where a member of the Law Society is required, they circulate like a memo to all of us through email. And we have recommendations to make, or we're invited, would you be interested in it? And therefore you can apply. In this instance, it was just an appointment by the president. And then she took it up, and then the conflict of interest that arises is naked. I mean, you can all see how. The president of the Law Society, so long as she is in that task force, then, of course, she is silenced. Whatever voice that she may have in terms of dissent is muffled, if not altogether removed. So her objectivity then becomes totally lost in all of that. Section 4 of the Advocates Act allows the Law Society to advise the government. So if I were her friend, or if I was given the opportunity before she took up that particular appointment, I would have told her, please reserve your objective position as the president of the Law Society. Now, when she then took it up, we, the lawyers, did not have the opportunity to tell her that, look, Madam President, with all due respect, you should have asked us what the ramifications would be for your taking up this appointment. I would have gladly told you, whereas, and this is with tremendous respect to her, whereas at face value, there doesn't seem to be any conflict with you taking it up at that personal level, but at the professional level, really, faced with a government that is so stark, determined to stifle the rights of the Kenyan people, and here you have the Law Society supposed to be advocating for those rights, and supposed to be actually agitating for the rights of the victims, you would be in a conflicted space in the public opinion. Now, that is very important.
But Wakili, some may argue that even this panel needs some balanced voices, some voices from the other side. She's not the only person appointed to this panel. Transparency International Executive Director, Irungu Houghton, is one of those. And one wonders, how come there's no such criticism towards Irungu accepting that appointment? Does it mean that the LSK has to be, to a huge extent, anti-government or express anti-government sentiments?
No, not at all. I think the dichotomy, the distinction that has to be made between Irungu having or being in the civil society and the LSK's president is that the LSK, the Law Society of Kenya, is a statutory body. There is such a body enacted by law. The Advocates Act is the legislation that governs that. Whereas now for Mr. Irungu, for him, he's in the civil society. So whatever choices that he made, or whatever decision that he made, or whatever informed his take up of that decision, I do not know. Probably his own organization said there was a resolution and there was an acceptance. But for us in the Law Society, it's different. Now, to answer your question quickly so that I can give the platform to my colleagues, it is not always that the Law Society, quote unquote, is belligerent, fighting the government, always in the opposition. No. What the Law Society is actually advancing, advocating, is the respect for the human rights and the political space that Kenyans ought to be afforded in the face of, should I say, a tyrannical, a dictatorial leadership. That voice should not be seen as dissent, belligerent, or in opposition. You have to state the truth as it is. White is white, whichever way you look at it. White can never be black. But you want to have a government that it comes and places something right there and wants you to believe, wants you to take it, and wants you to stand with it on that. And you say, no, I do not agree or accept. The fact, expressing a fact does not mean that you are belligerent, you're fighting the government.
The people who now see the LSK president as a betrayer.
Before I get to the LSK issue, it is so sad to see politicians who served in previous